Hello, my beautiful friends, my ladies out there, even to my gentlemen. I'm speaking to you too today, my guys. Listen, ah, I have been on this journey of creating videos, of finding your path to her. Capital H.E.R. Health, empowerment, real foods. Ladies, I'm talking to you now. Listen, we are so powerful. We got so much in us. We got so much power within us. If you follow the Bible, if you study the Bible, especially in the New Testament, when you came to Jesus, and the followers that followed him through his ministry, there were a lot of women. A lot of times women, they served him. Women was around him. Women was supporting him. Even when there were no men around. But they had such a power. And Jesus, he recognized the power in women. And he wants us to recognize our power today that is in us, ladies. We are so vitally important. That's why we have to take care of our whole being, our whole entire body. That includes everything about us within our being, our mind, our outer body, our inner body, our spirit. Everything within us, women, we have to take care of because we are the bearer of children. We are the supporter of our house, our husband, our children. We do all those things. We give out so much to so many people and to so many things. We have jobs. We have to take care of our communities. We have to take care of our families. We have to support our significant others, our husbands, or whatever, women. And then we go into the churches. I remember growing up in the church. It was women, and mostly women. You see those mothers sitting on the motherboard? They were powerful, they were strong, they had a voice, and they were respected. When they stood to take the platform to talk, people listened. The pastors recognized them very highly, and they were powerful. And it's still today women, but we are losing our effect, our power. We are losing what we were taught by our older ancestors, our mothers in the church. And hey, we are giving ourselves in so much to what society is saying, what society is believing in us, which is not us. Because no one should be able to define you, especially you should not be able to give your power to anyone to define you, to label you, or to tell you what you are, what you should be. Know thyself, ladies. Know thyself. You are powerful. And I'm going to take you on a journey with me. As I'm going through this, finding your path to her, I'm going to take you to Destiny's path. I'm going to take you on a journey with me, but I'm going to put you on pause. And we're going to get down to my path, and we're going to talk about what's going on and how I was inspired to create videos and how I was inspired to embark upon my path to find destiny. And I found my greater and higher self. I found myself to wholesome and wholeness and healing and power. I had come to a place where I came to a stall. I came to a place where I was just like depleted. I've lost all my energy. I have lost all my power. I lost the excitement and the joy that the Creator created within me. And that was back here in 2018, my ladies. Listen, I went through so many changes and so many different effects that had taken place in my life. The people that was around me, they did not. They really lost sight of who I was because they were measuring me up to what I used to be. But I have become totally, absolutely different from what they knew. And so they thought that, oh well, she don't talk like us. She not serving the ministry like she was. She's not preaching anymore in the pulpits. She's not pastoring anymore, and all those different things. And well, she can't teach the way that we used to her teaching, and she cannot serve the God that we all must serve. And we don't have nothing to do with her. And I was cast out. I was pushed aside, sat down out of the pulpit. But hey, that was just the beginning of my path and my journey to finding me. Sometimes we're going to lose a lot of things along the way. Sometimes we're going to lose a lot of loved ones, family, friends, and people, even our church members, our brothers and sisters in the churches. But, first I'm thinking this was a hard thing because, hey, that's all I've known for all my life. Being brought up in the church from a very little baby because mom and daddy was preachers and also pastors in the church. And I grew up in the church all my life, served in the ministry, taught in the church, educator in the church, and preached in the church, pastor in the church. I've done all those things. And when I began to find that there was a lot more to what I have been taught through the teachings of my pastors, the church leaders, that's when the Creator got his hands on me and he began showing me that is not who you are. That is not you. That is not you. Destiny, there is another whole life that you live that you don't know anything about. And I become very frustrated because change is hard. Change is a very hard thing. I didn't want to change. I was like, I'm used to being here, but I was uncomfortable. I'm used to serving in this ministry, but I was miserable. I'm used to getting up and preaching and teaching and hosting vacation Bible schools and Sunday schools and programs and activities and serving the community, but I was miserable. I was beginning to hate myself. I was beginning to hate being pulled away in so many different directions, not knowing what's happening in my life. Let's finish this talk because we got to get going. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take you on a journey with me to show you my path. And I'm creating from this path a t-shirt line with different things that the Creator's given me. And it's just amazing. Destiny's found her path. Ladies, have you found your path to her, to health, empowerment, real foods? I'm going to take you out of nature and show you what real foods should come from. And let's go. Just pause. I'm going to pause you for a few minutes and then we're going to come back to this, okay? You see your bag. Come on into nature now. This is where it all began. Genesis chapter 1. The Bible says that the Creator of the universe, that He molded us. He created from the heart of the earth. And this is where it all started. He got down and He shaped us into His image and in His likeness. He took His time with us because we were so precious in His sight. Blew His breath into us. And the Bible says we became a living soul. If that doesn't make you soul conscious, then what does? You are soul. You are energy. And it starts here. That's where the journey starts. And we have gotten away from that path and from that journey and from the plan and the timing of the divine Creator. And that's why I'm telling you, and I'm speaking to the gentlemen out there as well. Listen, guys, listen, ladies. We must find our way back to health, empowerment, and real food. And this is where it comes from. I'm not talking about that food. Yes, it's real when the manufacturers and the farmers and whatever the croppers comes out into nature and they get the food off the trees and the berries, the ground, the bushes, whatever. It's real food until they take it and sag it up and take it to the manufacturers and they shoot all those additives in them. They run them through the conveyor belts. They put all of this these crazy ingredients that's gonna hype you up with addictions. They do all this thing, inject dyes into the food. It's no longer natural. It's no longer real food. It's no longer wholesome. It's no longer healthy for our bodies. And they run it through all kinds of different things and added more and more things. Read the labels. Read the labels, and I'm telling you, so much stuff in them that it did not come from nature at all. Real food. Go to Genesis chapter 1, verse 29. And I call that a Genesis 1:29 diet. He wants us to eat fresh vegetables, fresh fruits, grains, and seeds and berries right out of the trees, right out of nature, right off the plate of a divine creator God himself. Not going into that store and grabbing that stuff that they put on that shelf. You don't know where that stuff been through. You don't know the hands that had those foods have gone through, what spirits of those people who had handled those foods, and then they serve it to you and say, hey, this is your food, eat it, put it in bags and sacks, put it here in cans and bottles and whatever. This is your food. No. This is where my journey starts. This is my path to find me. I was embarked upon this path, and this is Destiny's path. And I'm going to walk this path, and I'm going to show you my path through my greater higher self. I found me. It took me so many years, but it doesn't matter how long it takes. What's the matter is that you come to the place to the future. You come to the place to the light. Sorry, the wind is trying to put my camera down. But you come to the place that where you really found it over. When you come to that place where you're no longer resisting, you are ready to submit, to surrender to the power of the God himself. Oh my goodness, my beautiful people. It's such a beautiful journey. I came from a place of sickness. I came from a place of death. I was at the point of death at one point. I was back here 2017, 2016. Life becomes so miserable, so painful, so hurting to me because I was awakening to my higher, greater conscious state of mind, and I did not know how to fit into my new me, the real me, the true, authentic me, and still be the old me. But my people, as I said in the video yesterday, we can't live by comparisons. I can't compare my life to my old self and try to live from my old self into my new. I have shed all those old things. The Bible says old things has passed away, and behold, all things has become new. So, if all things has become new, then I have to step into the newness and allow that old skin to shed. Ask the snake. The snake constantly has to shed out of his old skin. Ask the trees. Ask the grass. Ask everything out of nature, because everything in nature, it has a season. It dies. It withers. It fades away. It loses its leaves. It loses its texture and colors. But it's a good thing because it's grown into something better, something new. And that's where we got to get to understand that we are to grow into our greater and higher self as well. So my people, I'm kind of getting out of the way. And I just want you to know that, to understand that. I just had to get out of the way because the traffic was coming through and then going on my path. But there's so much we gotta learn. But in order for you to learn this, I'm gonna tell you, my ladies and my gentlemen out there, listen, brothers and sisters, you're gonna have to be willing to submit. And I keep telling you, submitting or surrendering doesn't mean throwing in a towel or giving up. It means that I am giving over my power to that. I feel that I need to be in control, that I need to be able to be the one to dominate my life. I'm surrendering myself to the divine creator God who knows all about me. He knows my purpose. He knows my plan. He has predestined my life before the foundation of the earth. So as I yield to him, I become greater. I become powerful. I become much stronger. I become a better brother. I become a better husband. I become a better brother, a better father, a better friend. I become a better mother, a better sister, a better wife, a better everything. We become better and greater, more powerful. Let's do some walking. I'm through talking. Finding your path to her. The creator godless universe wants no more for your life than you to live in your greatest and highest state of wholeness, becoming your greater and higher self. He wants you to step into your health, Go back and watch the videos. I did 4-part videos. Part 1, 2, 3, and 4, talking about finding yourself to her, to health, empowerment, and real food. He wants us to step out and live that life for people. I remember days back when I was a little kid. My dad had farms, and we got fresh vegetables and fruits and all those things, the grains and the seeds, right out of the heart of the earth. We didn't do grocery shopping for things like that, only for stuff like, laundry detergent and things to that nature. But we ate right from the heart of the earth. And back then, a lot of our ancestors, that's all they knew. And now we have been boxed into cities, confinements, and complexes and things where we are locked in like prison walls, like animals are being boxed in a cage, and we don't get out to experience farming and growing plants and growing seeds and crops and vegetables and fruits, berries and seeds. We allow someone else to do it for us, and when they do that, we just go to the store and buy their I'm gonna say shit, and it's not healthy. And we're getting out of the plan of the Genesis 1:29 diet that the Creator has created for us. I'm walking. I want you to get that. I want you to understand that. Okay? Right now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you what inspired me on my journey, my path to destiny. This is the path right here. And I have walked this path for several years now. And every time I come on this path, I get a new revelation. Like I said, when my journey started, as I began to move to my greater, higher self, and as I was leaving out of the church, sometimes, we have to leave things and people that we know all of our lives, even our family members. Because sometimes we have to separate ourselves in order for us to grow, in order for us to become our best and better version. Sometimes we have to come to the end of the road. Sometimes we have to be split up or divided, or we have to go our separate ways, and we never run across that friend or that family member or that loved one anymore. But good things are going to happen. Great things are happening because He's trying to get you to the place where you can grow. There's a lot of times there's people that may have been in your life for all your life, but they're hindering you from growing. And you're hindering yourself because you keep trying to run around and hang with them. Just let go of those things that no longer serve you. I was in the church, like I said, all of my entire life. And as I came down to the ward of coming into my greater higher self, I had to go through a lot of transition, a lot of changes. Remember, I told you in many videos, I've told you change. Change is not change until it's change. And a lot of times we don't like changes because we're familiar, we're comfortable with the things that we always have done. This is how I've done it. This is how Mama, Daddy have done it. Grandma, great-grandma, they have done it this way. My church has done it. My pastor's done it. My sisters and brothers have done it. But what they have done is not necessary. It's for you. And you will know as you yield and surrender to what is right for you. You will learn your path, your destiny. You will learn your true, authentic self when you start yielding yourself to the divine creator God of this universe. I walk this path so much now. When I first came to this new place that I had to move from, from the place that I was when I was boxed in with all those brothers and sisters, they call my church brothers and sisters. Oh my goodness. I fought against coming here, but I knew that there was a reason, but I just was not trying to understand why He was uprooting me and putting me out here in this place all by myself, away from people, away from family, away from friends, away from my church members, my pastors, and all those things. And I fought hard against it. I was angry, I was bitter, I was frustrated, I was hurt, I was tired. till I wore myself out. And sometimes, we box with the Creator. He will fight with us. We have in the sense that we're not going to win the fight. I was beaten to the place where I had come into the place of submission and surrendering. And when I surrendered to what He was trying to show me, my greater, higher version of who He created me to be, and He was trying to teach me the correct ways of how to live a wholesome, healthy, and peaceful and loveful life. When I surrendered and I said, okay, I don't know why you brought me here, but whatever it is, I'm ready and I'm willing to live that life. And I gave up. And I began to come out here. And that's what I told you. I found my connection first with trees. I began to look at the trees. First, I was kind of like picking around. Like, people think I'm crazy out here talking to trees. But I started talking to trees. I started hugging the trees. I started pouring out my feelings to the trees. I started sharing my situations and pains and hurts and all those things. I started sharing with the trees. I was hurtful. But when I surrendered, I gave up. That was it. My life became stronger. I became better. I became wholesome. I became happy. And I became destiny, my true and authentic self. I learned my path to her, to health, healing. And I'm telling you, I just learned who I was. I'm excited. If you go to my YouTube channel and you watch my YouTube channel, you'll see my path to destiny. And you're going to see, I'm just excited. I'm just so excited. So I think we had enough talk for today. I'm out here to nature battle, matter of fact. I said, this is the path. This is a path that inspired me. I've done t-shirts. I'm doing t-shirts with this path. I did my YouTube channel banner with this my banner art with this path. This is my path. This is the path to finding me. You gotta find your path. You gotta find your path to you, whether you're a lady or you're a man. I speak to the ladies in this video mostly. I was speaking to my ladies, my sisters out there, mothers, my girlfriends, daughters, because I can relate to a woman more, because I know what it is to be a woman, to be a mother, a wife, a sister, a brother. Not a brother, but you know what I'm saying. Find your way to her. Brothers, find your way to him. Find your way to your greater and higher self. Find your way to health, empowerment. Find your way to real food. It's out here in nature. This is beautiful. So this is my path. So I'm done. And I'm going to see you beautiful people at the next video. Namaste. Lovely. This is the path to your greater and higher self. Namaste. I will see you later. Check out the video I did, the first 4 videos on finding your path to her, health, empowerment, real food, because everyone must find their way home. We had to find our way back to the Genesis 129 diet plan that the Creator of the universe has already prepared for us, so we can live a wholesome and healthy life all the way around. Mind, soul, body, and spirit. Namaste.